Welcome back. This is episode 133 of the Prince and Barty Sports Podcast. What's going on, good brother? How you?
Man, you already know what time it is, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for the game. The GOAT comeback. I'm ready to watch the GOAT.
I'm glad he said it, man. So we here talking about to get prep for this show because we about to watch the game in real time at the time of this recording. And I was like, Jordan coming back? Because I didn't know if he was going to do a special because you said the GOAT coming back. I didn't know if they was going to bring him back in studio. So what you were saying when you said that?
I'm talking about, the GOAT, man. The one that got a song that they remade called "The Man on the Lakers," man. Got the quotable where your boy said, and they got Luka, Don, A. Reeves, and then LeBron, the real big three.
Come
You
on,
already know.
man.
Hey, listen, man. You gotta understand something. See, y'all had y'all 40 years of Mike. Y'all been talking about Mike. See, for me, I'm excited because at the end of the day, man put 23 years into the league. He's about to break a record tonight. 23 years that someone has played a sport.
Oh,
We haven't seen that.
oh,
No
so
one is over them.
he Emmett Smith. He got the records.
Hey, you can call him what you want to call. You can
No,
call him what you want to call.
no, because you never told me. You never said, bro, Emmitt Smith is the GOAT. You never told me that.
So, we know in football, GOAT in football is either Brady or Jerry Rice. And Jerry Rice got the records. He don't have the most rings, but he got the records. Just like LT is the GOAT and he got the records too. Prime time is the GOAT. He got the records too. So I mean, it just depends. See, I mean, I think basketball is the only one that we go off of rings. Cause I know last time I checked, Wayne Gretzky got more MVPs than Michael Jordan, but you know. We ain't going down there. Jordan got 5, Gretzky got 9, but
Hey,
who am I?
you know what I'm gonna say? Mark Gasol. That's who robbed Jabbar of that defensive player.
They always gonna bring that up, man. That
Hey,
that wasn't
hey,
Robin.
Mark Gasol, we appreciate you, bro. Braun was hot.
Hey, you know what? I think Jordan put a call into the office to make sure he didn't get it. Just like them games that Nick Wright talked about when he ain't had them steals on the stat sheet. But that's another conversation in itself.
Let's just get into football real quick. Fantasy, man. What's going on in fantasy football, man? I know a lot of injuries, a lot of people just quitting. I feel like the Dolphins are halfway quitting. And I feel like the Jets said, take all we got, man. Jets say come into their crib and just it's a half off sale. Anybody you want. So how is that affecting fantasy?
I think the team that's quitting the most is the Raiders. Their players are not really producing. We normally used to Max Crosby getting sacks. Gentee, it was supposed to be odds on one of the rookies of the year, and we see what he's done so far.
That's rough.
The Raiders' offensive line is terrible. It's a lot of people who ain't playing because like this week I won big in the Prince of Barley League, the big money league. Of course I won, but I won because of course I got 93 from Josh Allen. I got 38 from Micah Parsons. Now, if y'all want to be in the real fantasy league, y'all join that Prince and Barty 5.7 football league. Quarterbacks get bonuses. It ain't that little 44 points that Josh Allen got. When you pass for over 280 yards, you get a 15-point bonus. We give out bonuses in the league. But yeah, you look at all the teams and the landscape of the teams. Often players are not producing. Phillips, once he went to the Eagles, now he's getting a sack every week. Quentin Williams, once he went to the Cowboys. Now he had his best weekend with a couple deflections and 1.5 sacks. Teams are leaving their old destination, going to their new destination, and they're playing in a totally different system. And in 1 week, they're out playing they done for the whole season on the other team. Which goes to show, man. I mean, them other teams were deserts. They were a mirage. Nothing really was going on over there. And so it's crazy. But I mean, going forward, anybody who was traded, that's the people you bounce on for fantasy to get some points.
Yeah, man. Just speaking more on that Raiders situation, it's sad, man, because Vegas a great town. It has everything set up for you to be successful, right? So why is it you think that like obviously Oakland Raiders, them moving there, more revenue, more eyes on the game, especially from those tourists passing through Vegas. So it's always going to be packed there, almost like a Dodger game where it's like, hey, I'm in town, I got to see a Dodger game. But just from an organizational standpoint, they always been trash, like from top to bottom, right? You being an Eagles fan, you know what it's like to have from owner to GM, personnel, the importance of that. How come the Raiders culture hasn't been that since Al Davis years ago? What's going on with the Raiders culturally that they can't get it right?
The GM is not doing his job. When you look at these teams, winning organizations, the general manager knows what you need, so he will fix what you need. The only thing that they did smart was sign Max Crosby. The GM is not putting the right people in play, and the team is owned by Al Davis' son, so they're not really doing much of anything. When they had Callahan at the coach, and they had Jerry Rice with the half-cut braids, Tim Brown, they had teams. They had Garner, they had people who were really doing what they were supposed to do, you know? Now when you look at the landscape of the Raiders really haven't been good since what, Brady's first championship? I think really, if we really want to be technical, blame Tom Brady because ever since the Tuck rule, the Raiders ain't been crap. Remember when that Tuck rule happened, that was their last winning season, the season of Tom Brady's first championship. And the team that the Tuck rule came out against was Tom Brady. So it's safe to say the curse of the Las Vegas Oakland Raiders is Thomas Brady, the fourth.
Sorry,
It would,
Jonathan. Sorry.
that's a fact.
It's tough, man. They just can't get right like the Browns, just historically bad organizations, man. But let's talk about the Eagles, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all last win was it wasn't pretty, but y'all got it done. Defense stepped up. Cooper had the pick in that game. But I was like, is it gonna be Eagles, Broncos, Super Bowl? I know a lot of people are high on the Colts, but it's something about the Colts that says if I blitz Danny Dimes and I neutralize JT, I could win that game. I just feel like a lot of defenses hasn't figured out how to do both because Jonathan Taylor could catch out the backfield. He's like a dynamic back. But are they Super Bowl bound Colts or like is it just I don't know. I don't believe it, bro. I don't know what it is. No shade to the Colts and our Colts fans that's listening, but I don't believe in them still. Am I tripping?
I'm gonna give you a hot take. If ever there was a season that Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson had a chance to win the Super Bowl, this is the season. The Eagles' offense is in disarray. Patrick Mahomes can't get it right with his offense. The defense doesn't look the same because Chris Jones needs to retire. As I said to you before, Chris Jones and Travis Kelsey for Jettis. I've been putting that trade up for the longest time, and the Kansas City Chiefs won't take it. The Bills and the Ravens have proven quarterbacks that the only thing that always stood in their way was Patrick Mahomes. It's a good chance Patrick Mahomes might not make the playoffs this year. If there's no Patty, I don't think the Broncos can beat if they design the right type of defense for Buffalo. They design the right type of defense for the Baltimore Ravens. They can beat the Broncos, they can beat the Colts, and they can beat the New England Patriots. Now, I will say this of those three quarterbacks, Bo Nix, Danny Dimes, and Drake May, there's a healthy fear of Drake May. I think Drake May is, if they were saying this of height, the way that he throws the ball, the inches of his arm, the inches of his legs. I mean, they were doing this whole statistician. It's like it's a reincarnation of Brady, of Drake May. Everything is identical to Tom Brady.
Wow.
And so it's going to be interesting to see. I think if someone does come out of the AFC that's new, it will be the New England Patriots because Vrabel knows the Belichick way. Vrabel has his players playing from. I saw this one quote that they were talking about on ESPN and on Monday Night Football, where one of the players said that my son played under Vrabel in his little league team. And the same way Vrabel coached the little league team is the same way he coached the New England Patriots. He's a player-friendly coach. The players love him. It's just a great atmosphere, but he's still like a drill sergeant, attention to detail. So I'm gonna love to see what does. The AFC's wide open. The NFC is the Eagles to lose. Remember, we had this discussion before. I said that if the Eagles cannot get their pass rush going, then they're not going to win because we lost a lot of people on our D line and we lost cornerbacks. Every one of our issues, Howie Roseman addressed. Right now, there's no one in the NFC I fear. I'm like, I know this sounds bad. It's a bad person to quote, but I'm like John Moran. We good in the West. We good in NFC. There's nobody who I fear. There's no team in the NFC, not the Rams, not the Seahawks, not the Tampa Bay Bucks, not the Green Bay Packers, not any team. I don't fear anybody because The thing that's crazy, Prince, the offense is not clicking. Everybody keeps saying there's something wrong with the offense. It's the offensive coordinator. If the coordinator ever gets everything together, we're going to demolish everybody in the
Oh,
NFC.
yeah, I said that the other day. I was like, "Bro, the with the success y'all having, y'all really never had that game yet, where Saquon clicking, AJ clicking, and I think that's the scary part, that either one AJ didn't have no crazy, game this year, neither did Saquon, so just to have that in y'all back pocket is wild.
Yeah, I think the AFC is where we will be more worried, but even then with the AFC, nobody really defense is clicking like our defense. The closest defense that clicks like our defense is Seattle and the Rams, but we've already played the Rams and we beat them. And the funny thing about the Rams is they were doing everything on our defense, but then second half, we just started scoring like crazy on them. So I think that the Rams are a good team, but I think that we're not the same Eagles though. The D line is 100% now.
Mm.
When we played him the first time, the guy who sacked Patrick Mahomes, what, 3 times in the Super Bowl, he was out. Then we got Phillips. And the D line is clicking on all levels. Plus, N'Kobe Dean was not there. So we're healthy now. Everybody's back on the defense. We're healthy. It's going to be beautiful to see what we do versus Dallas. Because the one thing people don't realize the most about that Dallas game was we just saw somebody get suspended for spitting on somebody. Guess what? Carter gets to go back up against Dak. Here's a hot take. If Carter sacks Dak, he's going to hurt him. He's going to hurt him because if you look back at the replay, he spit at the feet of Carter and Carter spit on his jersey. And, of course, the one who retaliates is the one that always gets suspended. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that game.
Nah, I think, yeah, it's a lot, like you said before, it's a lot of parity, man. But your boy, I just seen your boy Braun is back. Man, I hope he don't mess up the vibe of this team, man. I'm gonna see how they adjust to him, not how he adjusts, more so how they adjust to him. But Braun and Ayton in that front court though, I like it. I like it because they're gonna be able to back each other up. I think Braun gonna be on the glass. Yeah, they
They're
are.
going to be grabbing a whole lot of reads, bro.
No, I think Braun gonna end up having like 20 rebound games. He's gonna have like kind of how Westbrook is doing right now, where it's just gonna be like outrageous kind of stats. I think, bro, if we being honest, dog, only people really playing at a high level from a productive standpoint is Braun, Westbrook, and Harden, and KD, obviously too.
That's true.
But like a 34 or 33 and over, like how they playing is kind of insane.
That's true.
Harden is carrying the Clippers, right? He's carrying them.
That's a fact. He definitely can.
Kawhi out again. But what you think about Giannis, man? He was dominating. Definitely about to be an MVP season, but Joker's going crazy. But
Well, I
who
mean, we've seen a lot of injuries.
uh,
Giannis has the groin injury. Wemby has the calf injury.
uh,
I mean, we're seeing people go down. I mean, at this point in time, I think the biggest thing I've learned with sports nowadays is people's conditioning is not the way it was like back in the day. Everybody doesn't really condition their players like they do. And I don't know whether it's the teams, whether it's the generation,
but
because talent wise, we got 7'4" players shooting threes, 7'4" players crossing people up. So you look at it, you like, well, this is the best talent we've seen, but the worst condition we've seen by our players.
but let me ask you this, right? We say that, but if you think about, you're seeing like 170, 160 point games, right?
Hmm.
So it's a lot of fast pace. The shots are getting up faster, right? So that's more up and down, more wear and tear on the body within a game. So somebody like Giannis, he only knows how to play hard. So it's almost inevitable that he gets hurt like that, which is, you know what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
you can't sustain how Giannis plays for 70 games. I think they'll hold Giannis out like a extra week to make sure he good. But
Even then, when you look at the Eastern Conference, Giannis them is not the same though. I mean, they just lost to the Lakers, and their team is just even with him being who he was 100%, it wasn't enough. I mean, the East is crazy because you got the Philadelphia 76ers, and Tyrese Maxey might be the best player in the league if you really want to be technical, the way he playing. I mean, the numbers that he's putting up and what he's doing, I mean, I'm like, and trade Embiid, get rid of him. There's no point even keeping him. Get some tools, some defense, because Embiid is three games on, 5 games off.
I'm gonna be real with you though. I agree Maxey's an incredible player, but I think that having Embiid as your 3rd option. That's a championship.
if he's healthy.
Yeah, but my thing is, like, if you could just, because remember they got the rookie. They got so many Philly's so deep to where they could just, stop the bleeding. "Hey, come, we need you for this." Because you can say what you want about Embiid, 60%, he demands that double team.
No, he definitely does. It's just
No,
the
but
only thing
so
with
it
him.
opens up for everybody. Paul, like, I'm just saying more of the gravity he brings, like a Braun, where people are gonna be open. If he just out there just passing it off, it's better than teams will pay him $100 million for him to be just a decoy right now.
No, I agree with you. But the only problem is that he can't stay on the floor. That's been his MO the whole time. He can't stay on the floor. You know who he reminds me of? What they had. I mean, he's a better version of Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert couldn't stay on the floor. If Roy Hibbert would ever stayed healthy, one of those seasons, maybe the Miami Heat would have never won a championship. But the problem is that they both can't stay on the floor. They're always injury prone. It's always trust in the process, and the process is the hospital for Embiid. He always hurt.
It's it's crazy, but what I tell you about the Miami Heat, man,
Yeah.
the Jamaican Jordan, Norman Powell.
Mhm.
Hey, I just, bro, listen, man. The way the Heat play, they just play like hard, bro. Like, it's not the Heat, the kind of team you get 5 guys from the park and they gonna hustle and they gonna make it happen. They doing all this without Tyler Hero. I don't know how close he is to coming back, if he's back yet. But Norm Powell is an all-star player, man. I think we're seeing like a Harden type thing where, like, you give him his own team and Bam
Mhm.
has already went to number 2. That's like
Nah,
Norm that's
that's a
like
fact.
Norm Powell team. I mean, salute the Bam, but, like, our vibe feels like that's a Norm Powell team.
Mhm.
You got Jokic. Bro, you got a lot of people, man, on that Heat team that contributes, that plays hard, gives you good minutes. You got the big man Khalil Ware that we saw in Vegas. The game we went to, he wasn't really doing nothing, but I think that Saturday after we left, he had a crazy game, and he had, like, a 20 rebound game the other day. So the Heat, they got the big Davion Mitchell, the dog. He guarding all 90 feet. He's a monster. His jumper got better. I think he came on strong in the playoffs last year, but I think the Heat already beat the Knicks this year, who's supposed to be the quote unquote beast of the East. They
Mhm.
look regular. Like, yeah, they offense clicking with Brown. It's moving, it's not sticking, but do you all the way trust them? The East wide open. Like you say, the AFC wide open. It's wide open in the East to me.
The East is definitely wide open. There's no really clear cut favorite, but I mean, I think with the Heat, one thing the Heat has shown me, they can take anybody and make them that star of the team. I mean, right now, Norman Powell is looking like the Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat again. He
100%.
is their star. They're playing around him, and they knew what he could do because he was that key player off the bench at first for the Clippers. So once Pat Riley saw that, he said, "Okay, I'll do what I saw Jimmy did in Chicago with Norman Powell." But you know who really jumping off the page is Steph Curry,
Yeah.
greater than LeBron James, 49 and 46 points in the last 2 games. I mean, is he greater than Kobe? Everybody say I'm being blasphemous. Is he greater than Michael? I mean, we're looking at what he's doing at this age of 40. Is Steph that dude? And has Steph, I'll even take it another notch. Is Steph, I mean, I know you go position, but positionless players of basketball, is Steph top five?
Let me answer it by saying this. Obviously, he's a free agent now, right? So Steph is teasing y'all. He wore some Kobe's the other night. The other night he wore the Penny Hardaways, the 1 cent. So Steph is flexing his free agent muscle right now. Steph Curry had signed with Nike in the beginning. He would be in the GOAT debate. It'd be Michael Jordan, it'd be Kobe, it'd be LeBron, it'd be Steph. I feel like it'd be a four-headed race just if Steph Curry was signed with Nike. Think about that.
Mhm.
And I think Steph Curry's still kind of shadowed by the greatest shooter God ever made. If he plays at a high level for like 3, 4 more years, I think GOAT debate noise will get a little louder for him. And I'm the biggest Laker fan ever, but how he playing Magic, we never seen nothing like this. We never seen nothing like Magic from the hardware, but how he's maintaining his body, the dominance. Like, Steph is a guard going against 19-year-old kids. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, Magic wasn't really chasing no you're not chasing De'Aaron Fox around. So just on the level of difficulty of the era he's in, you can't say he not. That's
No, I
when,
agree.
like I mean, as a Kobe fan, I hate seeing Tim Duncan's stats because it's like, "Damn, this nigga's better than Kobe." And I'm
Mhm,
mad. I can say that. Tim Duncan's stats are insane, dog,
mhm.
where think about it, to the point where you know Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward ever. Like, nobody could even oh, but you can't even play on Tim Duncan's name.
And that's a fact.
So
Greatest
let's
power
let's
forward.
let's go through the people you can't play with their name. You can't play with the 2. That's Michael Jeffrey, right?
Mhm.
That's forever, right? You can't play with the 3. That's Bron. And then it gets tricky. Oh, you can't play with Tim Duncan, I'm sorry, power forward.
Mm, mhm.
Now, center and point guard might get tricky because before it's like for like 30 years, oh, Magic. Now Steph Curry in the mix. What is he? Is he a point?
That's a fact.
And Magic had Converse. Man, ain't nobody want to wear no Converse. I mean, cats wore 'em to Lethal Weapon. They was cool, but you know what I'm saying? If Magic would have listened to Jordan and went tonight and went to Adidas, it might be even different.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. I mean, when you look at the branding of the situation, the branding is what it is. I mean, even with the center position, but we always know the center is going to be wide open because you got each, there's different categories. Rebounds and rings is Bill Russell. Points is Will Chamberlain. Dominance is Shaquille O'Neal. Um, all around stats is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. As far as the God-given ability, the wow factor is Akeem Olajuwon. So with the center position, it's all over the place. You don't know really who you're gonna pick.
Yeah.
And everybody, when you talk, I mean, you got people who's on your side who they would say Akeem is the greatest. And you got people who will say, well, come on, look at what Kareem did. And you got the old heads that say Wilt was the greatest. So with that position is crazy, and even with the point guard position, I mean, even though it's a two-headed race, some people like to throw other names in there,
Uh,
you know, and say these people were the greatest point guard we've seen. So
you know what we need to do? We need to do like a show, like a pound for pound show and a pound for pound like comedians and stuff because It I think if people will be shocked on who I, like, actually like. It's, like, obviously Magic, but
mhm.
I love J Kidd. Like, J Kidd, one of my favorite players ever. So it's hard like, so if you talk about pure point guard, like, I love Rondo. So that my
I
list
know.
would be Andre Miller. You know, my list would be real different in real life. Like, it's like rappers where it's like you gonna say Jay-Z, Nas, like, all Andre, but, like, I have a
Mhm.
list of other people who I like.
The
Man,
way you feel about Kid, that's how I feel about Charles. You know,
yeah.
that's how I feel about Barkley. I always big up Barkley. If we're making an argument, I think Barkley could have won a ring with that Boston team if he was in his prime. I think Barkley would have won a ring with the Spurs. Barkley would have won a ring with hot take. Barkley would have probably had a ring if he was on one of them Jazz teams prime Barkley.
He's
That's just me.
yeah,
That's just me. I mean, he pushed Jordan to the brink.
yeah,
And if he had that Jazz team, he would have better shooters. It would have been a better system. We might have been saying Barkley got one ring off of Jordan. You never know.
and he was playing like a he was playing incredible that series. They couldn't Bulls couldn't do nothing with him.
Mm-mm.
It was cooking everybody.
Yeah, they put Pippen on him, and he was still giving Pippen the business.
Nah, killing. Nah, but
Mm.
I love Cade Cunningham, man. I just seen some highlights of him. Cade Cunningham reminds me of a combination. He reminds me of Derrick Rose. He has that like special thing to him. He has that Brandon Roy in him, where it's like if Cade Cunningham is like if Brandon Roy never got hurt in my mind. Big guard, tough
No,
as
that's a fact.
nails. He a dog. He got that Kobe in him, where it's like, man, Brandon Roy was special, and the Derrick Rose of just excitement what he's doing for Detroit. You know, they got a squad in Detroit, man. You're not getting to win in Detroit now is like kind of what it was to win in Denver. Like it's tough to get one out there now. You got to take Detroit serious.
That is a fact, bro. That is a 100% fact. Cade right now is playing out of his mind. When you look at what Cade is doing, he is literally out of his mind. What can you really do with him? Everything he's doing on the court is crazy. You know, he's having an MVP type season. And for them to that's another team that we didn't really say. They got the best record in the East right now.
They hooping. They really going crazy. Nah, salute to them, man. Detroit is really they get like I think Detroit and the Heat are really solid basketball teams that they can mess around and and getting to the NBA finals. Like, you remember when the Heat played up the Lakers in the finals,
Uh-huh.
it was like they played from the play-in. Remember that? Or like the 7th
Mhm.
seed. So,
Mhm.
you know how the East could go. It could get tricky in the East.
Definitely. Definitely get tricky in the East. Let's switch gears though. Let me ask you this question. You know, you be big time Patrick Mahomes supporter. What are you seeing from Kansas City? Is it a foregone conclusion that the Chiefs are gonna miss the playoffs this year?
Yeah, man, it's tough. You got Dallas on Thanksgiving. That could be hit or miss. Dallas is on a high. Defense look good. I mean, they did play the Raiders. No matter what, Pickens looks like they looked amazing. You know, that's a toss up. Like I don't like the Chiefs in that one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
They got the Colts next too.
yeah, bro. And it's like nothing, and it's not even it's like the offense just looks stagnant. Is it a like, it just looks like, did the league figure Andy Reid out? Because the weapons are still there, and they still can't get nothing done, and that's what's kinda scary. Like, the weapons are there, but it's like they can't crack the code. So, I wanna see how Andy Reid adjusts for the future, because you don't got the greatest tight end in the game anymore.
Mhm.
Like, how do you move without your chess pieces? Now you gotta be, and that's why a nigga like Eric Spoelstra is one of my favorite coaches of all time, because I'm gonna get something out of you every time. It's like, "Hey, you came from the G League, Imma make you a pro."
That's a
Always
fact.
reinvent, and I wanna see what Andy, we haven't seen that. You have the luxury of Patrick Mahomes, Travis, like, come on, dog.
Mhm.
Let's see if you could coach now. You don't
That's
got
a fact.
Shady McCoy back there. So what's happening?
Yeah,
So,
they're gonna have to figure it out because in a minute they're gonna be without.
and what I think for me is Patrick Mahomes going into his Brady 10-year drought for his resurgence. Like, on the back, like, here's the thing. We assume Patty's gonna be winning younger, but he might mess around and be old, like, just like Brady, and just be older and just start winning again.
What's gonna have to happen is that you gotta remember this too. When Brady started to win in the future, he had some form of a run game. And Andy Reid don't like to run the ball. That's why they keep losing. They don't have no concrete run game, and that's the thing. People always say that the pacifier for a quarterback is the tight end, but the real pacifier for a quarterback is the run game. John Elway got two rings because of Terrell Davis. Even when Peyton got his rings, there was a run game in Denver. I mean, most people who get a championship ring, they have a form of a running game, a rushing game. Brady has a couple of rings because of run game. I mean, his first ring, he had a run game. His last ring, he had a run game. You know,
Nah, for sure.
so
What You know what I wanted to ask you, man? What is it about Josh Allen that you wanna give it to him, pause, but he just make that dumb mistake again. It's like, look, bro, the man had 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns, bro. Like, he's doing Madden numbers, and the fact that he did that twice, think about that, bro. If I told you that, so you would think Lamar did it like 80 times. So he's doing stuff that we've never seen in life before, but it's something about it, he'll do that, then lose to the Dolphins and look
well,
crazy. It's just
I'll
the
be I'll be honest with you. Pound for pound, he's the best quarterback ever. Pound for pound. We're not talking rings. We're talking about running the ball, throwing the ball, getting the best production from low. I mean, he did that with no name receivers versus a top five team in the NFC in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's very respectable. But then the week before he lost to the Dolphins. But I think that the Dolphins game was a trap game for him. I think that if Josh Allen gets one ring, and this is my hottest take of ever. This is my hottest take ever. You're gonna like this. Josh Allen gets one ring. He's the Dirk Nowitzki of the NFL.
yeah, I'll give you that.
He's the Dirk Nowitzki of the NFL because you got to look at what he's able to do and who he has. I think what's going to be so good about this year is that imagine you go into the playoffs and you got to go to New England and you have to play Drake May and you have to play your ex. That's going to be crazy. That next game between the Bills and New England is going to be a prime time game. It's going to be one of the biggest games of the year. And if Josh outdoes Drake May, because the thing is that AFC East is always been ran by one team, either the New England Patriots or the Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins haven't ran that division since, my goodness, it's been a long time. Very, very long time. We're talking about 20 years. The Dolphins in that division is like the Dallas Cowboys with the playoffs. We haven't had a winning year with them, and that's the crazy part. But, Josh Allen definitely, man, definitely, bar none, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Right now, it's Tim or Stafford. I mean, Patty's not having the greatest year. I
Stafford,
mean,
I love Matthew Stafford.
yeah, Stafford's definitely
He
doing.
my favorite pound for pound. You know, Patty's my guy, obviously, but other than Patty, Stafford, my favorite quarterback.
Nah, by far, man, by far.
But yeah, man, great show, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in to the I'm gonna be real. We don't normally beg. Hey, man, get on that YouTube, man. We trying to get this YouTube popping. We love the support on TikTok, on Facebook Reels, on Instagram Reels, but we trying to get this YouTube cracking, man. So please share, like, subscribe, comment, get your boys in that algorithm, man. You know we talking that talk, pure sports talk, no nonsense takes, but support. We appreciate y'all.
We out here, Mr. Barty.
See you next time, man.